Hi and welcome to Stamping with Linda, your cardiologist since 1997, helping you create cards from the heart. Today we are going to do a pedestal card like so. So the card mails flat and then they can set it up on a shelf so everybody can see. Also, this card I am going to be featuring a special technique called whitewash. So let's get started. I am using again that beautiful wildflower metal background stamp. I am using Craft Whisper White ink. And I'm doing this first because I want it to have a second to dry. So I've inked that stamp. Next I'm going to go in with our new Smoky Slate cardstock, very soft gray locking cardstock. This measures 4 inches by 4 inches. I'm just going to press that down. And I want the crafting to stay wet for my whitewash technique, but I don't want it real wet. So that's what my card is looking at like right now. I'm going to set that aside and go in and actually assemble my card while it is drying. So I'm going to take a piece of Coastal Cabana. This measures 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. We're going to go score it at the 4 1/4. Oops, that's my cutting blade. Almost cut that. That would have been disastrous. 4 1/4 and 6 3/8. To get the 6 3/8, I need to pull that arm out. And right there is my 6 3/8. So there is my pedestal, like so. Going to go in with a piece of the Strawberry Slush and the Coastal Cabana. Strawberry Slush measures 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. And I'm going to attach a piece of the Coastal Cabana. This is measuring 4 1/8 by 4 1/8. Now I want to put it on the front of my card to make my pedestal. I want to make sure that I only put adhesive down here. So I find it's best to go in where my score line is and add my adhesive like so. My pedestal. Now I need my stand. So I'm going to grab a piece of the Strawberry Slush. The word says, "I'm so grateful there's you in the world." This is from Chalk Talk, and I'm going to stamp that with the gray ink pad. Chalk Talk is a bundle and has framettes that match, but this stamp actually does not have a frameette because it matches our extra large oval punch. I'm going to punch that out, and that needs a dimensional. Probably going to put 2 dimensionals on that to hold it down, to hold my platform pedestal card in place. So just going to kind of line it up like so. Put that right there. So there you have the pedestal. Kind of hold that up at the camera. I'm going to go in, I think my Whisper White has dried a little bit so that I can do my whitewash technique. Going to be using the Aqua Painter. And what I have taken, this is an old Brad container, and I've put re-inker. I have the Strawberry Slush, the Pistachio Pudding, and the Coastal Caribbean. I just want to pick up a little bit. I don't want my Aqua Painter to be too wet. Just a little bit of that Strawberry Slush and watercolor that out. And it gives me a nice, little bit too much, so I can just dab that off. When it dries, it'll be a lighter shade. Let's go in with this one. Let's see if I can do that a little bit lighter. You can add the different layers, but that's all you do. You just go in, daub off your excess. Next I'm going to go in with my pistachio pudding and go ahead and do my leaves. But you want to leave some white so that you have that whitewash look. Going to go in with the Coastal Caribbean, and I'm just going to do my butterfly. That is not a butterfly. That is so a hummingbird. So I've got my hummingbird. Going to need to give him a little pink belly. And again, as that dries, it dries softer. So just going to go in and show you that finished card. I have put some of the new candy dots and the in-color boutique details, and again, a nice little platform that they can set up for a card display. Hope you've enjoyed today's creative fold and a technique. Join me again real soon.